Watch out, watch out.
Hi friends, and welcome to Mellow Acres.
Fire!
Fire!
There's fire?
Yeah.
Oh my. So this week we have really big updates. As you can see here, we are finishing, this is the master bedroom, hardwood flooring. We are actually moving into our house this week. So we have loaded up everything that we have basically. We are doing multiple loads from Tobermory area, from Manitoulin area, and all the way back into the Sudbury district to bring all of our stuff to the house.
Oh, fire coming out.
The fire came out?
Yeah.
Of the grinder? The house isn't 100% ready to be lived in yet. We still have no countertops, no sink, no washer machine. So it will have its challenges for the first week of us living here, maybe 2 weeks. But we're hoping to push through and get as much as we can done to make it easier every day to live in this house. But I am super excited to finally live as a family again. We have been out of home since November of 2022. So we're about 6 months now. So you can say the excitement has definitely built to be actually living in one house under our own roof now. Are you sleepy? Okay, so this is going to be the boys' temporary bedroom for a while, until we have the basement done. So the goal today is I want to get everything wiped down in here to make sure all the drywall dust is gone, and really take the time to look and see if we've missed anything that needs to be remudded. And if not, maybe throw a coat of primer on everything today. Just because we find that if you throw a coat of primer on, it kind of like starts to stick out those spots that really need to be touched up with more mud. Because you can stare and stare and stare at things in here, and it all starts to look the same, I swear. Like, you won't be able to see like the spots that need to be touched up. So we're gonna start giving this room a good wipe down. I've already started in this corner. So here we go. That's a handprint from our 3-year-old. Okay, so the bottom half of this corner looks a little rough. So I just went and grabbed just a little bit of mud. And I'm gonna try to just touch about the hair. Don't come at me if you're a drywaller. I'm not a drywaller at all. Okay, like I said, no drywall, and I probably should have done it before shot, but I think I did okay. Looks a lot better. So I'm gonna let the fan sit on that, and I'm gonna carry on with finishing washing and scrubbing on the walls and seeing what other spots I can find that might need just a little touch up here and there. Okay, so I'm thinking that we are looking pretty good. We got all the corners done, scrubbed. That mud. Oop, where am I here? First stay with the camera. The mud that I put in this corner is almost dry. I have the fan rolling on it, but I'm gonna there's a couple spots that I got a little bit too wet. I'm gonna let it all dry. I'm gonna have a bottle of water, and then I'm gonna prime. I'm so excited. So we did it. I have officially 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of sealing paint are on here. I also, or Trevor and I also built the beds or bed frames for the boys. So they'll each have a bed in here. So it's clean, the floors are exposed, and I can start putting their stuff in here. It's not a big win, but it is a big win for us. It's 1 clean room, which is amazing. So it's a good start. Load. Whoa. It's so fucking wet. It's a pretty big fire. We have officially knocked down our barn, or pulled down the barn. There wasn't much left standing, but so we are starting to burn the barn. This first week actually living at the house, we have our youngest at my grandparents', but we kept our oldest son, and him working on the tractor is the best babysitter we have ever had. He'll just sit there and pretend to work on it with his little tools and toolbox all day. It's a huge help. And here we go, finally installing our cabinets. They have just been sitting in massive piles all around the house, so now we are actually able to put them up, as I have primed and painted the ceilings in the kitchen and living room as well. So we set up our laser level to ensure that all the bottoms of the cabinets match, so it's all level. They almost touch the ceiling, so we'll just have a little piece of trim to put up at the ceiling to make them look like they go all the way up. But the laser level is a huge help just to make it way easier to set everything as you are going. Make sure everything stays level. We use cabinet screws to screw the cabinets to the wall into each of the studs, which are 16-inch on center, and we measure out prior to in the cabinets where the screws should go. And then we use smaller cabinet screws to screw them side by side so that they won't go anywhere. This is where Trevor sets up the laser level so that we can ensure that it's still going straight across the kitchen. My anxiety was at about 100 during this process because we were right over top of the stove, and Trevor kept setting stuff down on the stove. And I was so afraid with it being a glass top that it would crack or the pressure on it. He actually at one point put his foot on it, and I was just so terrified that we were going to break our stove.
working with a 3-year-old on the job site or renovating with a 3-year-old has its challenges, but it is also kind of funny to watch him run around and have so much fun in his new house and how big it is, and him trying to participate and help in all of our renovations has been very adorable, just watching him try to learn and do things, even though it can be a little challenging at times.